Hello, and welcome back to the 6th Street Underground, a Zinless Zone Zero fan cast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever-wonderful co-host, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, just dandy.
Yeah?
We are on the eve of Lucia.
She's so
close.
For
people who are listening to this when the podcast actually gets released,
yeah.
We are 2 days after the eve of Lucia.
Yeah. We are in the depths of Lucia. Nope, not like that.
A little peek behind the scenes. We actually record these before you listen to them. They are not live streamed when you click play.
Yeah.
In case anyone wondered.
We like to pretend. I'm currently watching the timer tick down till the end of the Orphean and Magus banner right now. And
no, Eric, don't lie. You are currently watching the ASMR stream of Lucia.
All right. Okay, let's address this. Because it's wild. It's insane.
How much did you pay Hoyo to make your perfect character? The second I saw that teaser trailer where, because you didn't know much about her personality just from the 15 second, and then I watched that trailer where she's this goofy, whimsical
dork,
literally a goofy, whimsical nerd.
Yes,
who wants to play Pokemon with, or not copyrighted monster game.
Pokemon. With
the backpack animals or whatever the
backpack critters.
But I saw that and I was like, this is Eric's perfect. She's got the short hair thing. She's short very hair. Hippie.
She's kind of a hippie dippy.
Shows her feet.
Hey, listen.
She's a spellcaster.
And not only is she a spellcaster, her the with or without W engine, her with her W engine, the special effects are purple, which is also my favorite color. She's just a big old goof, and she's best friends with the hammer wielding octopus lady. They did an ASMR stream currently for her that's just camping noises. And then I just tuned back in to check if my audio is working, and somebody's just lightly wordlessly singing along to some music. They made my character, and I'm so excited for her to come out. And I want to say it's 4 hours and 43 minutes from now, but I think that's the start of maintenance, so I think it may not be till 11 o'clock. But as I mentioned before we started recording, my wife is currently in another state, so there's nothing stopping me from playing Zinless the moment the servers come back live again.
She'll be gone.
There's no one to be like, Eric, you should really go to bed. No, I shouldn't. Lucia's out, and I need her, and I need her W engine. I was on the fence till I saw the spell effects get added for her W engine, so now I do need the W engine.
I think, I haven't. So, have you looked at what people are saying about how much her W engine is required?
No.
Because obviously everyone's W engine is, good for them. It's built for them. But is hers one of those that you're like, ooh, you really need to pull for it, or it's going to be super hard? Because her statting for her is very difficult. You look for HP.
Yep. You look for HP. It's going to be very, I'm not going to say easy. There's probably some more to it, but it's going to be very easy to build her. I've got my game open. I'm looking right now. Supporter W engines that give HP. Nope. Currently, as far as I can tell, there's a B rank W engine that gives HP as a substat.
Okay.
Let me look. Yeah. So there's the possibility of her needing energy regen. There are a couple of Kaboom the cannon gives energy regen, so that's always that's the supporter Anybody can use it. And the vault also gives energy regen and procs its special stuff off of ether damage. So I think if you're not Eric, then you can probably get away with not having her signature. But it seems like it's going to be another one of those times where you've got a character who has a niche scaling stat, so you end up really dumping heavy on that stat.
Looking at also the bonus effect of her.
What does it do?
W engine is the increased damage and increased HP when she activates Ether Veil, which is one of her abilities.
Yes,
I think that
it's the stage wide effect that her and Yadhari can create.
Yeah, which I'm interested. I don't know how they will interact with. Well, I guess it extends duration, so if Yadhari activates the Ether Veil and then Lucia extends it, if that counts, because it says either activates or extends it. So if they can play off each other, which I imagine they would because they clearly were designed for Geth, then that will be a really good effect for anyone who's going hard for Yadhari.
Yes, I think
Yadhardi.
Yadhardi. Yeah, my favorite actor who plays Venom is Yadhardi.
No, he played Bane.
Yes. So you're right, and I will stamp this that if you've got Lucia and Yadhari, it will be completely trivial to always have Ether Veil up, because they both will be just either establishing it or renewing it. And anytime you renew it, if you've got Lucia's W engine, it is a team-wide buff that also increases their max HP. So it's a team-wide buff that really benefits Yadhari and Shifu, right?
For now. And then
for now,
we have other Rupture characters coming out.
We do.
It seems like the pattern is that Rupture characters are going to be, the healthier they are, the harder they punch.
Yeah, they care about HP. So I'm going to talk about them. So I think, I will say from what I was able to skim online, it's what we usually see with characters in their W engines, where like if you are playing
you got this.
Absolutely optimally, then it's about a 10% DPS difference in a vacuum. So like most W engines, except for maybe when we talked about like Miyabi, it is an optional upgrade for the character. Again, unless your name is Eric, in which case there's purple spell effects, and she's
I think
so
it always goes without saying that if this is like favorite character, then the W engine is a requirement.
You got to get the W engine. But yeah, if you're listening to this, she's already out, and you've already made that decision about whether or not you need it.
I don't know. I would say
maybe.
within a couple days, like there's been a couple characters where I've debated on going for the W engine.
Yeah.
Also, part of it is going to be how easily Lucia shows up.
That's fair. Because
if Lucia takes almost 180 pulls, then that's going to really deplete my Yadhari fun.
Yeah. I'm saying all of this assuming I don't lose all my 50-50 or my 75-25, because I will be getting Yadhari. I don't know if I'll get her W engine because, as we'll talk about in a second, they have teased the 2 S ranks that are coming in patch 2.4.
Meanwhile, I'm definitely getting
I know you're going Yadhari's engine.
Because
sure.
Sparkly tentacles.
I know, man. It looks so cool. Yadhari's eyes are amazing. Like, I hadn't really paid attention to them for obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah,
They've got the blue
that,
ring octopus, yellow and blue, like effect.
I like what they've done with both of them, because I didn't really notice it until Lucia's song came out.
Yeah, which is a banger.
And like they really did interesting things with both of their eyes to make them seem more otherworldly and like ethereal.
Because Lucia,
But not ethereal ZZZ ethereal, like generic fantasy
generic
descriptor
fantasy.
ethereal.
Lucia's eyes, she has goat eyes, right? Like
Goat eyes.
they're the rectangular
she's got the
pupiled,
rectangle.
which are wild, man. I hadn't really paid attention to real life, actual world goat eyes until my wife pointed them out.
Oh, no, I
It's so
completely
cool.
get why goats were associated with Satan. Because you look at that and you're like, there's something wrong with that creature.
That's wrong. And this thing, it eats everything. I can't get rid of it. And it's too smart for its own good. Yeah, man. I love I love the way they've done Yadhari's eyes as well. Like Yadhari's, I don't know about her gameplay, but she's one of those characters that I really want to get purely on the aesthetic and design of the character. It's so cool. With the tentacles and the cool eyes and the mommy. It's the mommy of Yadhari. We have the next episode title. So in addition to Lucia being out, Vivian skin, this is just a reminder for everybody. Vivian skin, if you make 180 rolls using encrypted master tapes, is free as long as you make those rolls within patch 2.3 and patch 2.4, which is the current patch and the one after. So
for anyone wondering, that is 16 banners to roll 180 times on.
You will accidentally roll 180 times, I think, over the course of 2 whole patches. It is important to note that does not include standard banner rolls. So it's 180 rolls on a limited banner. So that's either Lucia, Yadhari, Banyue, or Dailin, or their respective W engines over the course. Or the
reruns.
Or Vivian, or Jafufu, or whoever runs alongside Banyue and Dailin. There's so many opportunities to get her skin. Because, Brian, you were telling me if you don't get the skin during patch 2.3, 2.4.
Yes, Hoyo has officially stated they have no plans to make it available for purchase in the store. And they did say if they do decide to re-release it in some form, it'll be at least 6 months after 3.4. So that would be maybe drops in the shop when 3.0 comes out.
Yeah.
So,
or like next summer. Like, like a year from
but
now.
I think I think between 2.3 and 2.4, because they're giving us bonus rolls in 2.3.
Yeah.
Like I think they're giving us 180 or close to 180 polls just for playing the game.
Jeez.
Between all of the events and everything. So if you then do a couple achievements, and if you have the like $5 monthly calendar for those extras, I think you should have more than enough just playing regularly to get at least 180 polls for the Vivian skin.
Yeah, so really it's just like it's a freebie for playing the game. So if you're one of those people who like listens to the podcast but you're kind of on a ZZZ lull, or you haven't picked it up for a little while, now's a good time to come back. Not only are all of the characters coming out absolute bangers, but just by playing the game and getting caught up, even you'll be able to get a free skin for Vivian, who like Vivian keeps becoming more and more relevant by the day. Like, somebody at Hoyo really likes Vivian.
Which, I mean, I'm glad they do, because she is really cool, and the fact that she so easily slots in with so many of the anomalies. And now with Lucia coming out, we will have 3 supports. So if you have the characters, you can do a Astra Yao, a Yuzaha, and a Lucia for each of the deadly assaults. So now there's no longer that like 3rd deadly assault that's like, whatever's left over, we're throwing it at that monster.
Detritus assault. Like, who do I put to get hard carried by Miyabi? That's just like another body on the team.
Honestly, there have been a couple times where I'm like, all right, I need 2 people to go with Miyabi. It's going to be super easy. You don't even have to do anything. Just stand there.
It's going to be Miyabi, Vivian, and I don't know, Billy.
Nic-
It doesn't
Honestly,
matter.
I've brought Nicole once
Yeah.
or twice.
Nicole,
She's still a good support.
Nicole stays relevant. Lucy stays relevant. I think there's like a really fun thing for you and I for the history of this podcast where you invested more in Nicole and I invested more in Lucy. And so anytime we come to like C tiers or like the bottom rung of supports, you're like, use Nicole. And I'm like, no, use Lucy. And it's
Yeah, I didn't level up Lucy at all. I leveled up Nicole because she was part of my first team of Yujuan, Qingyi, and Nicole.
I was thinking about this yesterday with the Anby team now using Orphe, and with the Jane and or Alice team using Yuzuha, and with Lucia coming out, there's a reality where we do a deadly assault and Astra Yao doesn't see field time. And that would be the first time since like she came out that you wouldn't need Astra Yao in one of those teams.
Yeah, that's a good point. We are Astra Yao may finally get a true break.
She can take her heels off and rest her feet for a couple of minutes. And when she does, someone at Hoyo will make a video about it. But I like that we're getting more niche supports. I like that we have like a anomaly specific support. We have Yadhari, or not Yadhari. Lucia will be good on most teams. She's really going to make our Rupture unit shine. And I'm excited for that because so far, whether or not they're the strongest characters, Rupture has been a lot of fun to play. And like the ones that we've seen coming out, they continue to look really fun and interesting to play. It's not as rotation heavy as an attacker, but it's not as like freeform as Anomaly.
Yeah. The only time I have issues is when monsters aren't aggressive enough for Yujuan.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
just holding charge.
I was like, I need you to attack me. Stop all. They're all like hesitating. They're like, I see what's going on. She gonna hit me with that ink wing if I attack her.
Yeah. Hit me. Come on, hit me. You're really like, I need you to be in game mode, like really aggressive for me just for a second. Also, the Vivian skin looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like you said, someone really likes her because they put a lot of time and effort into that skin.
Because it's not just horny. Like it is, but it's not just like fan servicey. Like it's also a really well designed outfit and it reflects Vivian still. Like it still feels in character for. Sometimes you get these like bathing suit skins and you're like, yeah, but that person would never. Like this is pure fan. I don't know. It looks really good.
They definitely went for like the Victorian bathing suit style of like, I'm at the beach, but I still don't want the sun to see me.
Exactly. Ryan, I want to talk a little bit about the last episode we mentioned that we have 4 new characters that were revealed in the trailer. We had, and of those 4, 2 of them are officially confirmed their role and their faction. Those 2 are Dialin and Ban Yue. And I think they released Dialin information first, so I'm willing to bet she's going to be the first half of 2.4. Both S rank. Dialin is Alice's nightmare because nothing is symmetrical on this character whatsoever.
I hope there is going to be some interaction.
We need it,
even if it's just like like an event where they interact, where she was like, "I kill it."
Yeah, I can't actually look over there because whenever I do, it rips my brain in half. I have to like channel my Alar to be able to experience the world and also see her in it. Dialin is an S rank physical stunner from the Krampus squad. I'm surprised that she's S rank. I know we talked a little bit about like she almost had like an A rank design. She's got that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought she was.
I'm glad
I was like, I'm thinking Zhao.
Me too.
Zhao is more likely to be the A rank based on. I mean, they did release 4 characters, so there's a chance, but
There
then
would be,
again, people thought Monato might be an S rank, and he became an A rank, even though he's very story important.
He's story important. He's very cool. I mean, like, Nicole's story important too.
Yeah.
I will be.
Anby's story important, and she doesn't have an S rank.
Brian. I think Zhao's going to be the A rank, and I kind of hope so, just so I can watch the internet meltdown again. Because at least once per major patch, we need to have people lose their minds. It's just inevitable.
Yeah.
I really like Dialin's whole setup. What's interesting is Dialin feels a little bit like Lighter, in that who is she for?
Yeah.
Like, it's probably future for. Like, she's probably Ye Xingwang's best in slot support.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of exactly like Lighter, where when he came out, I was like, you don't really need him. And then Evelyn came out, and you're like, dang it, that's who it was for. Yeah. That's who he was for.
Oh wait, now everyone's gonna roll on reroll for him. Like, I feel like Dialin's the same way. Where like she's gonna be really good for somebody, but that somebody hasn't come out yet, and that feels like a gamble to me, because like, what if, like, let's say for instance, I'm not really interested in Zhao. Which is true. I get people like her, not really working for me. But I like Dialin. If I go hard on Dialin, thinking she's going to be good for Ye Xingwang, who I do want, and it turns out she's good for Zhao, then it's not a regret, but it's misappropriated funds. I could have saved for later or for something else. So I want to know who she's good for, and I want her to be good for someone I also like, because I really like her whole thing, and the way what they've done so far with like her voice work and stuff. But who's
there's also a chance that she's for Ban Yu.
Yeah,
Ban Yue, because like the Yijuan team is still rupture stunner support.
Stunner, yeah. So
there is a chance that they're actually paired, and that they have a different ether wellspring or whatever. Yeah, because it's wellspring ether veil.
That's so correct.
Like the stage wide buff is wellspring, and then you have specific versions of it. So maybe they might be partners in crime.
I hope that's not the case, only because it's already been a really taxing series of releases on my wallet.
Yeah.
Like, and it's one of those things like, if you like one but you need both for the third banner in a row, that can start to create friction with the player base a little bit. Like, it can be really difficult to be like, well, I liked Yudhari, so I had to get Lucia, and I liked Alice, so I had to get Yuzuha, and I liked Dialin, so I have to get Ban Yue. And there's never been a breather. I wonder, which is fine, this is making them more money, but I do wonder if it's not going to be like, they release Dialin knowing that her banners are going to be a little bit lower, because on rerun, when Ye Xingwang or Ban Yue are out and everyone's going, hey, yeah, this is who wants Dialin as a friend, they'll make that money back up again long term, because on the rerun, people are going to go hard for Dialin the same way they did for Lighter.
Yeah.
Either way, I think she's really cool. I want to hear your thoughts about Ban Yue.
He looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm not like they haven't shown enough for me to like really be like super interested. Like, he looks neat, and like I hope he has like a really cool voice.
Yeah.
And
we've heard his voice actually. Because they released an official thing with his voice in it, and he sounds like Optimus Prime, which is pretty
that's cool.
It's pretty.
That's cool.
I think
I might have I've saw the little character teaser, but I didn't have my volume on, so I just saw him like shaking his balls in my face.
I'm worried, because the more of Ban Yue I see, the more I'm like, he looks pretty cool. Like, I think he looks pretty neat.
It would be cool to have like a cool S rank male for once.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, Hugo, but neither of us have Hugo. Like,
yeah, but he's not cool.
He is so cool. He's hot. I mean, cool. He's so cool.
I also realized that like pretty much the only banners that I've skipped have been all the men banners.
Hugo, Lighter,
Vlad.
Nope, that's the same one as Hugo.
Those are the only 2 S-ranked males
it.
that have come out.
I really want Bon Yue to be really good, whether or not we go for him, because I do think we need more like dudes, and I love that he's like a full robot. He's fire, and like this is where like I love. This is when like, we have that conversation about like, do I need this because I already have this? Do I need Yadhari because I already have Miyabi? And that one's harder to answer. Do I need Bon Yue because I already have Evelyn? I am really bad at using Evelyn. There's something about her that
I feel like Bon Yue could easily power creep her if he's just easier to use.
Yeah. So and he's going to be ruptured, so he's going to be really fun to play. And
he's going to be current meta because so many of the things we fight put up their rupture shield.
And he'll probably play really well with Jufufu, who I have really, really well invested, and with Lucia, who I will have very well invested. I am very quickly going from mid on Bon Yue to being like, I kind of want Bon Yue. It depends on how the next couple of sets of roles go, but he seems really cool, and I really want him to be good, if only to support all of our Husbando lover fans who are dehydrated. They're so starved for characters. They're so
thirsty.
Man. They're so thirsty, and they've gotten so little. I mean, the real rub is that, like, if you were really excited about Monato, which if you haven't watched it, Monato had a little slice of life video come out that's super cute, and I loved it immensely. It had big, like, Way of the House Husband vibes to it, which is great. But he's a fire rupture unit. So he gets to be the premier fire rupture DPS for all of a patch. And then Bon Yue comes out and is like, never mind, dude, get back in your corner.
Poor Bon Yue.
You'll never be able to run a team with 3 dudes on it. It's not going to happen, like, unless you want a bear. Bon Yue, Lighter, Pan Yin Hu could probably be a pretty functioning team.
Yeah, because who else you got? You got Billy.
You got Billy.
Suboptimal DPS.
Yeah, the worst DPS.
You have Ben, who's a defender. And as we've talked about, defenders kind of don't really have a place in ZZZ at the moment.
Yeah, he can't be on your team because he's 6 feet underground. With all the defenders.
That's it?
No, there's Seth, but Seth cares about Anomaly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is Seth.
Lycone.
Seth is another defender.
Yeah, Lycone could fit on the team, but it's kind of a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, I don't know if you need a double stunner comp.
Nope, that's it, guys. So we're rooting for you, all of our Husbando fans, and I appreciate your perseverance. Bon Yue looks pretty cool, though. Okay, so other big news coming with 2.3. She may be out, or this update may be out by now, but let's talk through it. Anby is getting her latent potential, or she currently has her latent potential, and it is. I am excited to get my hands on it. Just reading it, it is an absolute game changer for her.
I didn't think so much of a rework.
I know. I expected a little bit because, like, I think with
Orphe out, like, she is already super strong.
She does the work.
I feel like she is about to, like, just blow things out of the water because she's the comp that they came out with. I feel like they kind of pre-compensated with Orphe.
Yeah.
And, like, they balanced everything around current Sanby.
Yeah.
And now you're going to have super steroid Sanby who's going to come out, beat the ever-loving tar out of everything while also having a full DPS that is off-screen.
Yeah, like a whole nother attacker doing damage and like a premier stunner. It feels like they had 2 different teams working without talking to each other about how to make game icon Anby work. And then like they both got their content pushed and they're going, oh, wait, like we've accidentally made a very strong character.
But on the nice thing about this game being a solely single player game,
yeah,
is you can do something like this without it becoming super toxic. Because like when you have multiplayer games and they do these patches that makes a character so completely broken it ruins it for everyone else.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you're like, take Anby or don't. It doesn't really matter. It's single player content. If you wanna easy mode it, you easy mode it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, and look, use who you have. I think it's also like because of the nature of like the elemental advantages and disadvantages, all it does is power creep other electric DPS teams. And already Seed's popping off, and Seed plays well with Anby. So like even on that front, all she's really doing is bringing electric damage up to the same level that Ether and Ice are at currently, right?
And she can't even really power creep electric because Yanagi is immune to power creep.
Because Yanagi on top of her mountain can't be power crept anyways.
Because
So
no matter
says
what
Brian.
happens, she will always have a spot on the game.
I'm just picturing Yanagi now standing on top of a mountain, like everyone below her. And then like we slowly see rising behind her shoulder Yidhari. It's like, oh no, the one creep that could push her off the mountain. It's Yidhari.
But they're two different mountains. Two very large mountains
Just like a whole
rising
second
together.
peak rises up. Oh man. Okay, so let me give me a second to break down all the changes to Silver Soldier Anby.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 seconds.
Yes. Okay, foremost, you don't need to turn off damage numbers anymore to see if her effects are in place. The marker for having 3 charges of White Thunder is gigantic. You can't
Let me
miss
tell
it.
you, I never turned off numbers. I don't care if I'm suboptimal. I like to see numbers.
Just go until it's... I turned them back on because it was
I'm big
weird.
number boy.
But it's going to be way easier to see. So like just visually, easier to know you've got your 3 marks. It's time to pop off. Those marks are going to generate faster now from her
That one
attacks.
I'm excited about. Because
Yes.
if your like rotation gets screwed up or you're like down energy for whatever reason,
Or an enemy dies.
ooh, you're like,
It's rough.
oh god, it's a slog.
You're just going to sit here for a while. It makes it safer to use her marks outside of a stun window. I don't know, sometimes I find myself getting to 3 marks but not consuming them because I want them to be up during the stun window, and then you're losing damage. Those will generate fast from her attacks. The other big thing is that they will generate from your teammates, triggering Aftershock.
Who could possibly trigger Aftershock?
Definitely not Orphe, who we talked about. Everything in her kit is counted as Aftershock damage. Or Trigger, who everything she does is Aftershock damage. And all of those Aftershocks are being buffed by Silver Soldier Anby. So like that's, I mean, she's gonna have charges constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, she has a new skill. It's called Special Attack Azure Flash. And it's a nice skill because it automatically triggers whenever you use her EX Special Attack, which is like the throw of her double blades to apply 3 marks, or when you consume those White Thunder charges. So when you consume a mark, she releases an additional flurry of attacks, and all of those attacks are considered Aftershock damage. So it is just no change in gameplay, free damage.
Is going to just turn into a... I want to see like what it looks like, because she's just going to be a blender.
Yes. Not only that, if the enemy that you're attacking with all these extra attacks has charges on it and dies, she automatically triggers her Thunder Smite, which is the big attack you get from consuming 3 charges in succession, on a nearby enemy. So one of the big issues of if the enemy you're focusing on dies, you're back to square one. Now you get a big nuke on a nearby enemy just by using
instead
it.
You jump to square 3.
Yeah, you skipped. You go directly to go and you collect your $200. That's already huge for dealing with her biggest issue, which I think even with Orphe and Trigger being on her team, she's very single target focused. And so like it's really difficult when you're doing like Shiyu defense and there's 2 waves of enemies before the boss. And you're like,
Yeah.
I just guess I'll just keep resetting myself. It's
It'd be
easier
super
now.
cool if there was a way for like her third attack to gather enemies.
Her third attack now gathers enemies.
What?
Whoa! It does what Caesar's hold attack does, but without consuming any charges of anything else. It just happens. And we already saw with Seed and with Alice how powerful grouping is, or with Nicole. So having that built into your auto attack string is massive. I'm with you, man. They could have just made it easier to see, made the charges generate faster, and put grouping in, and that would have felt like a huge buff to her. The fact that we got new special attacks and new optimizations is just like
free extra damage.
It's just free insanity. So the other big thing that I really like about the way they're making her, other big thing. This is the thing that I think is going to be the biggest impactor, but only if you are playing her well. They are incentive because her team, the Orphe Trigger team, there is no damage mitigation whatsoever. There's no shielding. There's no healing from that team. There's not even any of like Yishuan's like health dispersal. Instead, that team needs to be dodging. So to incentivize you just dodging attacks, when you dodge with Silver Soldier Anby, she gains a buff called Voltage Overload. And Voltage Overload lets you, during a basic attack, a dash attack, or a dodge counter against an enemy that has any of her charges on them, you can cancel the animation immediately and trigger her special attack, Azure Flash, this new special attack they've added. So you can animation cancel after having dodged to do extra damage, and it's really seamless, like generating charges. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those things where, like, if you can just dodge attack an enemy, you're going to go from no charges to full charges immediately. That's huge because you can do that. Or if the enemy doesn't have any White Thunder charges on it, if they're at 0, all you have to do is tap your EX special, and it does her hold EX, throw the 2 swords, apply 3 charges on it. So it really is incentivizing you to be throwing in as many attacks as you can. You're chaining basic attacks, and then you want them to attack you. Right, we're back to the Shifu situation where you're like, I need you to attack me so I can dodge that and then pop off real quick.
Yeah, before where you're like, please don't attack me. I'm in the middle of my combo.
I'm in a mid combo, and my recovery animation takes forever. The last thing, if a member on her team is a stunner or a supporter, her chain attack and ultimate now count as aftershock damage as well.
More aftershock.
So, boring, but just flat more damage just for building the team you're already building. It's huge, man. I know that got a little like specific, and that was, we don't do that a lot in the podcast, but like I think there's enough going on with Sanby's kit. It's worth highlighting, and it does change the way we play her a little bit. It's a lot more reactive now because there are so many different ways to generate White Thunder. She's an attacker that might play a little bit more like a Rupture unit in that it's not just do the same rotation over and over again, because you're getting charges from dodging, you're getting charges from teammates attacking, you're getting all these different opportunities. I'm really excited for when this episode comes out, and it's already happening, to be able to play with this updated Anby.
Yeah. That's about all the new stuff we have to talk about before the patch comes out in, what's the clock now, Eric? Like 4 hours and 7 minutes?
It's something like that. It's 4 hours and well, Brian, you were on it. 4 hours and 6 minutes until.
Well, it's not that hard. I looked at the time and then I was like, how many minutes till the next hour?
Listen, dude.
It's called math, Eric.
I can't do that, so I had to pull up the banner.
It was. I could count that number on my hands, so that's how I got to it so quick.
I'm so proud of you, Brian. That was really impressive. I'll cut out the 3 minutes of silence that it took you to get to that number.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
That's much obliged. Speaking of counting,
yeah, man,
I have been continuing my quest of doing all the early game content for all the massive amounts of polys I've left behind.
Tell me about your nostalgia journey.
So as I talked about, like the early version of Withered Domain,
Yeah.
that no one does anymore for, you know,
800 reasons.
Yeah, it doesn't really count for anything, and it's only good for like hunting. But so I've almost got all of the hidden items in Hollow Zero in order to do all of the quests. Which means after that, I still have to go find the other quests that aren't connected to Hollow Zero, but were random interactions in the world.
Okay.
That you had to find the person, talk to them, and then go find all the other random interactions that were never listed on your. So that one I'm just going to
guide online. Are you like, do you have like a
not for the Hollow Zero ones because
Okay.
those are easy. The other ones I'm 100% going to do a guide because it has been almost a year and a half now, and I've not found like 3 or 4 of these quests
for sure?
because there is zero indication that these people are anything other than a random NPC you can talk to that have a random throwaway line.
Jeez.
But so I'm almost done with my Hollow Zero.
Okay.
And while I was doing that, I finally, because in between Withered Domain, because was it when they first came out, you couldn't even fight Nineveh, right? Was it? Like, was Nest added later, or was that available from the beginning?
Nest was added later. You could still fight Nineveh, but only at the end of doing the runs. It wasn't the standalone, like, just jump into the boss fight, see how well you can do thing.
Yeah, so they added Nest, and then they added Blitz, which is the one where you just fight, like, you just go from level to level, and they just give you Rizonia. So that was their first getting rid of the TV mode entirely. And then they had the Inferno Reap. That was the one where you just took your Rizonia, like, selections from a previous run, and you were just doing a time trial against the boss.
Right.
And I think that only existed for, like...
It was really short.
Maybe a patch. Because I went back and I finished a couple of those. And one, let me tell you, fighting 1.0 or like 1.2, 1.3 material with a fully maxed out Miyabi team.
Yeah.
They did not plan Throne with Miyabi because I crushed it.
That sounds fun.
Because there's like one where you get like add a bonus minute worth of time from killing the monsters and everything. And I was like, ooh, it's going to be touch and go. And they're like, you broke it. You got, like, I cleared like 4 achievements from doing that. And then one of them was do Inferno Reap 5 times. So I hadn't even done it for 5 weeks. So I think it might have literally existed for like a patch or half a patch before they introduced Lost Void.
Okay.
But yeah, so once again, Nest is super good because you're like triple dipping for things. Yeah. Because you have a ton of achievements related to just doing multiple runs because you got to get a whole bunch of Rizonia, like collect them multiple times, get all the versions. But you also get exploration rewards. Okay. So you have achievements and then you have the exploration rewards, both of which give you polys. Yeah. And then you also are unlocking quests from doing it. So you're getting like 3 different forms. And then each of those quests have a bunch of polys and also are added to hard mode. Okay. So like there's a ton of ways to do that. I also apparently I don't know if they didn't count. You know how like whenever a new character comes out, you can do the free trial to like learn how they work. Yep. I don't know if it's because I was doing it through like the banner that pops up on keyboard and mouse. It's F1, but it's the one that like shows you like all the events going on and everything. Yeah. I was missing a whole bunch of like the release characters, so I just went through and I did all of those. And I realized
the cooperation exercise. Is that what you're talking about?
I hadn't gotten credit for all of those cooperation exercises, so I did those because I had like 25 of them to do. Some of them were as basic as like dodge tutorials.
Yeah, there was a lot in there, man.
So I finished all 42 of those. So that's more super easy. They take like 2-3 minutes a piece to do.
And each one is 10 polychromes, just for like the character, just like doing the characters trainings.
It's
10
polychromes, and you also get a couple like chips and stuff. So it's worth your time. I also realized OG characters are just gameplay mechanics tutorials.
Okay.
Like Nekomata's cooperation exercise to learn how to use her. She has one thing to learn, and that's the fact that she can dodge counter. Like, that's the only part of her kit is they were like, if you do a dodge counter with her, that's extra damage.
Okay.
So, like, so many of those characters, I was going back through and I was like, oh man, they are just like Grace's. They just teach you, like, if you fill up a bar and then press EX, things happen.
Use this skill when the bar's full, not when it's off cooldown.
Yeah, so like those characters were literally just designed to teach you how to. Also, I learned like some interesting things like Billy. It'll never come up, but like if you hold down his auto attack and then he goes to a knee, you can like dodge
through it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and I learned I was never using Sanby or unsanby right.
Okay.
Because they were like, oh yeah, if you hit her special attack after doing 3 hits, it does a bonus. I didn't know
faster.
That. The whole time I was playing Sandy, no wonder I thought Anby was so boring is because I was just auto attacking with her, and then I would hit EX when it was like the gauge was filled up.
Oh jeez. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, so I found those out.
Cool.
Also, there's a couple people I hadn't done their stories for. Like
I
just
like the TV, the VHS tapes.
Yeah, I didn't done their VHS tapes.
Okay.
You can't unlock somehow I never like actually looked through the list and see you can't do their quality times until you do their side stories.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that.
They stopped that at Bernice.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bernice, they just started releasing her ability to do quality time, but before that, so like Rena, Grace, Kaleda, all of those characters, you have to do their stories before you can do their quality times.
And I think you have to have them. So like you like to do their story.
Yes, you can't do the quality times until you've pulled them.
Right.
But also you can do their stories whether or not you have them because
cool.
I've done Lighter's story.
Got it. That's right.
But
That's right.
I can't do his quality time. But so anyone who hasn't done those side stories, those are worth polys, and then you also get the polys from getting so for anyone who's struggling to find it, there's and then also this is a random note I wrote down. Hoyo really loves small girl, big weapon. Because you have Piper, Corrin, Kaleda, Zhao. Yeah. All of them are small girl, big weapon.
Yeah. And now we've got Dylan, I would include in that. Like, Dylan's weapon's as tall as she is.
No. When I say small girl, I mean like they are literally like the super short
like the lolly
models.
Size model plus big weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that.
That's true. Brian, what would you say? I got a couple of questions for you. Thinking about like if I'm in the same boat as you, and like I'm like, okay, I want the Vivian skin. I want these characters coming out. Best bang for your buck or best use of your time. What do you think? Like in terms of just like raw poly aggregation, what do you think was like the best use of your time?
Ooh, if you haven't done. If you started playing since Lost Void came out, so if you've basically never touched Withered Domain, I think that is going to be your best bang.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things.
Okay.
My advice is when you're going through doing the runs, go through, look at the achievements, and then also you have your collection.
Yes.
Or your exploration collection. And see what you need, because like it'll tell you if you talk to what's her name, Ray, she'll tell you, she'll be like, oh yeah, you're missing.
Oh yeah,
like
there's so many
you can go through, see which ones you're missing, and so plan your run around that. So like I would be like, okay, I haven't gotten all of my ice ones. I'm still working on that one because I never did enough runs with an ice character to unlock all the Rizonia.
The Explorer's badges thing, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 51 out of 72, so I'm still missing like 21 badges.
Yeah, there's so many.
I never did anything ether. So like I've got all these ones that are like get an ether Rizonium.
Yeah, so I've got like, collect all 14 Ignite, and then there's a whole bunch that are like for Hollow and Affinity. Those are ones that are just like for doing it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
then you have like suffer different types of corruption. So like there are 32 types of corruption. I've only seen 22 of them because some of them are like special types that only show up from events. I've completed all the special areas, but like for falling through and then I've got 2 more lost items to collect to complete that one. So there's just so many of those to do. And then, like I said, while you're doing those, you're unlocking quests and everything.
It sounds a little tedious, but it sounds like it's not actually that hard. It sounds like a lot of planning rather than like a really complicated implementation.
So yeah, it's not hard. So what I do is there's one for like beating Nineveh with like every debuff on. Okay. That one was hard. That one was like playing a legitimate run and go through it.
I had done that originally, so I don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, I think that one I had gotten to like 10 out of 11. Yeah. And I was like, this is hard. And
this stinks.
Now I do it with no like debuffs on, and I just do the runs because they don't. Once you do the hardest version, it doesn't count for anything extra so it just makes you run harder than it needs to be.
Okay. So you can go pretty quick then and just really like tick off boxes.
Like I would log on and I would do a couple runs of Hollow Zero. You know, if I got my 3 items for the day, I'd stop.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, I would do that and then check to make sure you've done the character stories. Those are going to take a little longer.
Yeah.
But they're not bad and they're fun.
Oh yeah, I like those stories. Like I think I enjoyed working through the character stories and having them flesh out the characters. And then those trainers, Okay.
Basically, just you can go through, look at like achievements and see what easy ones you're missing.
Yeah.
Just kind of start achievement farming for easy. Because basically everything you do in ZZZ will give you some amount of polys, and then usually once you do those things that got you polys, you'll also get an achievement at the end which gives you more polys.
Yes. So I guess the only question I have then, and you might not have the answer to this, is there a way to see which of those item-based quests you've done?
Yes.
Okay.
So the easiest way is if you just go to like Withered Domain.
Yeah.
And you go to like lost items from the capital. It'll show you like which ones they'll say archived if you've done them. Like, okay. Because once you get all of the amount of items you need, you then archive it, and that's what unlocks the actual quest.
Okay, where's that at? I'm looking at. Okay.
Go talk to Ray. You talk to Ray. Then you gotta make sure you're looking at Withered Domain because it
exploration collection. If you go to like just the Withered, if you go to the computer where you would normally go to do Lost Void stuff, select Withered Domain. On the bottom of the 4 buttons, click exploration collection. You can see the Resonium you've collected, the corruption research you have, your special area log, and then what you were saying, the lost items.
You can
from
just talk
the
to
old
Ray.
Capital. Okay, or you can talk to Ray. Brian, I am happy to tell you, I have done all of the lost items from the old Capital.
Yeah, I am. So I'm missing. Technically 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm missing one from the Mystery of Arpeggio Fault.
Yeah.
But that doesn't count towards your collection towards the quests. So like you'll get I also forgot that while you're doing the Withered Domains, you also have your like White Star Institute allowance. And so as you get to different points for having done a certain amount of things that got you polys, you then get 80 polys for
just
so you're getting there's a ton of different ways to get polys. That's in a awesome. Relatively easy way.
I'm gonna have to do some of this because this like now that I know I don't have to item hunt, I just need the Resonium corruptions and the special areas. That's just free money, man. That's free content.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm somewhere between doing all this old content. I've gotten somewhere between like 20 and 30 like polls.
I think
so. It's been worth my time, especially if you are constantly like struggling to get any amount.
And you're excited about all these characters coming out. I think what Brian's done is the right way to do it, which is like I think we talked about it a couple episodes ago. Just opening that menu where it shows Lost Void and Withered Domain is overwhelming. There's so much in there. Picking one thing and being like, I'm just going to try to get this, and whatever like happens along the way is great. And kind of like, it's eating an elephant, right? You're taking one bite, pick one little thing, work towards it. And that's going to not only get you polychromes, it's going to kind of peel open that system so you can understand, okay, now that I've done a couple of these, oh, I should be bringing an ether team because I need all these ether Resonia, so I'm going to do that.
And that is another thing, is if you are doing it, it will prioritize the characters you have already.
Cool.
So like if you're trying to hunt for Ignite and you don't bring a fire character, you will almost never see any of them. So it does help you out by trying not to give you elements you don't have characters that can benefit from.
Yeah. So like if I know when I did it, I'd used every team, but I did not have Cake Cop at all.
Yeah.
And when that
you probably didn't have much
no
ether.
Like when that was content, not only did I not have Cake Cop, I had not built Nicole. So I never brought ether on these runs. When you're running, do you make a team that's just ether so there's no chance? Like, I wouldn't bring Jufufu because I don't need fire Resonia. I just need ether.
No, I don't. There are two achievements. There's one for bringing a team that are all the same faction, and one for bringing a team that's all the same element.
Okay.
So you can keep that in mind, but normally I just bring a good team.
Yeah.
Because you have rerolls and stuff,
okay.
And there's usually of the selections, there's something else.
Cool. I'm gonna have to do that. I might do some of that today. That sounds like fun. Actually, now that when you said it the first time, I was like, that seems like a lot to try to figure out. But now it feels a little bit more manageable to like pick a thing, target that thing, and really
usually try
go
deep on one or two specifically, because you also have to get at least 8 of one type of Resonia in a run.
Okay.
To unlock the level 2 and level 1 and level 2.
Yes.
What I forget what they call them, the fusions. And because those are required for your achievements to get the level 2 fusion. So if you get 8 of any one type in a run, you get the fusion, which counts towards the getting all of the Resonia of the type.
Okay. Cool.
So just keeping that in mind, like you go deep instead of going wide.
I like that. That seems doable. Yeah, I think the other
when
thing
in
you run
doubt,
into is you need character Resonia.
Yeah, the character Resonias.
That's tough.
But so keep in mind, you don't need the specific character Resonias.
Okay.
Like you do
cool,
for that.
Good.
But for like to get the affinity Resonia, you can get it just from bringing the same people over and over again, because that is just the amount of times you've picked them up.
Okay. Cool. All right. This sounds fun. I like this.
Yeah. There's a ton of achievements and like things to work towards. So if you're ever like, oh, I finished all of the current content and I've done my dailies, I don't know what to do, I want to play a little bit more. And it's also nice because you can bring characters like that maybe aren't the strongest, but you're like, I really like Billy. You're like,
yeah, sure. It doesn't matter.
Billy can easily clear like this content. It is not designed for the current level of strength the characters have.
It's zero energy problems. You're just like, I want to play the game and I can't farm things else because it doesn't require energy to run. So like it's a nice way to like just supplemental as you're waiting for this phenomenal run of characters coming out. Just absolutely stellar.
And then sometimes I'll just look through like the other achievements, and there's been times I'll be like, oh, I'm missing things. Like like looking now, I'm still missing. Oh, I'm missing one medal from the Twin Ballets.
Okay.
Because the character doesn't show up until I find the hidden quest. This is actually what started me doing all of these Hollow Zeros.
Yeah.
Is because it was driving me up the wall because I couldn't find the last person that gives me the HIA coin. Because they're tied to a hidden quest.
I remember that. Yeah.
And so I started doing all of these Hollow Zero ones, and they're not actually the ones relevant to that missing person, but now I'm too stubborn, and once I finish my Hollow Zero quests, then I'll find the other hidden quest people.
I've still got some world stuff to do as well.
Yeah, you start going through and you're like, oh, there's a lot of like easy world stuff. Like some of them aren't listed.
Yeah.
Like, there was the one you talked about in the Discord where like you talk to those kids and they give like there's the true ending to the story.
Yeah.
A couple other ones like talking to the potted plant at Cheesetopia and
yeah, or taking a picture of all the photography prohibited signs.
Yeah. So
outside
those
the
ones
hand
don't
building.
show up until you actually, those are hidden achievements, but there's a ton not hidden achievements that you'll be like, oh, I can go over and just do this really quick.
Yeah.
Like the take photos of Asher Yao 5 times, like 5 Asher Yao posters.
Yep, and there are a pile of guides and stuff online too, where you can like how to do those specific ones, or just like a list of all hidden achievements. Or you can join our Discord, because whenever somebody discovers one of these hidden achievements, we always make sure to mention it in the Discord server, so people can all go and collect all the different little bits and baubles.
People have mentioned them 3 or 4 times now.
Oh, yeah. I really like doing it because it makes me feel like I'm smart, even though I just saw about it on Reddit, and then I just turn around and go, "Hey, by the way, if you guys do this,"
the one I found, I literally was just like I spawned next to Quixie to do his event, and then I saw a poster, and I was like, "Let me click it," and they're like, "Here's money." I'm like, "Oh, look at me! I explored."
How cool!
I clicked a random thing.
Yeah, there's a poster. I don't think I put it in the Discord. There's a poster near the trams in the Heights that has a bunch of Bellabog people on it, and if you talk to the poster, the Bellabog team just shows up and they start talking about like taking the picture and stuff, and it's a cute little scene, and then you get some Polychromes for it. It's great.
Well, I think I've rambled long enough
I think so.
about this thing that very few people will actually be interested in.
I love this. I think it's like the game is now old enough that we can kind of go on a paleontological digging up old polychrome bones.
Yeah, it is also kind of fun, especially like if you've played it from the beginning, or even if you haven't.
Yeah,
seeing where ZZZ was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Versus where it is a completely different game.
It is. Can I do a non sequitur real quick?
Nope.
It's October, right? I've been feeling kind of down. So I took a part-time job driving ghosts around the city. Because I figured that would really lift my spirits.
Oh, I thought you were going to make a boober joke.
No, Brian. I made a lift with a Y joke instead. If you like what we do, the worst sell for a podcast ever. If you want more of that, follow, comment, subscribe, like, share our podcast on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to engage in our
if you want to enjoy us,
if you want to enjoy us, join our Discord. There's a link to our Discord in the show notes below. Or you can send us an email or follow us on Blue Sky, and I promise someday I'll figure out how that social media platform works. If you haven't already done so, good luck on your polls for Lucia. If you're not and you're saving up, good luck on saving up and staying
or
strong.
Vivian, don't forget.
Or Vivian.
That very, very rude for them to release Vivian and Lucia at the same time.
It's rough. If you're part of our Discord community and you don't currently want Lucia, but you're seeing everybody in the group hyping up and showing their roles and taking pictures and showcasing the character, stay strong. I believe in you.
Fight the good fight.
You don't have to put
Yidhari.
a 10 roll on this. You can save for Yidhari or Banyue.
No. Don't look any farther.
Can't do it.
Than Yidhari.
If you really want to be like FOMO'd into rolling for every character, join our Discord server, because we do a really good job of like hyping up pretty much everyone who comes out.
There's been once or twice where I'm like, I'm not going to pull for him. And everyone's like, look at this. All right, I'll pull for him.
That's what happened with Alice. I went from like, I don't want this to like, so I pulled Alice. And
especially we have someone who constantly posts how good they are and how high of damages they can get. And I'm like, I never see those numbers.
We've got people, or other side of this coin, if you want to be the person that convinces other people to roll for a character you like, join our Discord and engage in the conversation.
Bad influence.
Be the bad influence. It's cool, man. we've been seeing more chatter in some of our side conversations. Everyone there's playing all these other cool games coming out, and it's just been really nice to be there. Our next episode will be out on
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. It'll be on October 30th, the very end of spooky season.
Spooky.
At that point, we will have Lucia and our grubby little mitts, and we'll be turning our attention towards Yidhari and any other new information that might be coming down the pipeline.
Now, here's a question.
Yup.
Will we be talking about the story? Because we've been putting a 2-week moratorium on talking about the story, and this will put us exactly 2 weeks since the story came out.
My inclination is that will be I would say right now, tentatively, that will be a story episode. But if you want to keep up with that news, join the Discord because we'll talk about it in the Discord. I want that to be story, but I'm also traveling all next week. And so it may be very hard for me to actually play the new story. If it is or is not, we'll make a little statement at the beginning of the episode saying, hey, just a heads up, we're going to spoil some stuff or not. But just to be safe, if you're trying to keep up with us and keep up with Zenless, you got 2 weeks to play the new story and the new game mode. There's a new game mode coming out with it as well. That'll be fun for us to talk through. So we'll see. Then we might have enough to talk about outside of story, but that's a good question, Brian. And I gave you the longest rambling non-answer I could possibly give.
Thank you for that. I love clear and concise
I don't
answers.
know.
The answer is yes, but also maybe, possibly no.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a problem for future Eric. Present Eric is just watching the clock until Lucia comes out. That's all it is. Yeah, bud. Good luck on your pulls, Brian.
Yeah, you too.
And good luck on saving your pocket for Yidhari.
My poor pocket.
My poor starving wallet. It's so thin.
Sweet dreams, everyone. Get it? Because Lucia's dream.
I can't with you.
Nope. Sweet dreams.
I can't.
Nighty night.
Bye.
Don't let the FOMO bite.
That could be the end of every episode. Is don't let the FOMO bite.